I hope all is well. I hope all is well. Thank you for returning to part two of the Dating 101 sneak peek. So, if you are new to my page, my name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to move them from being discouraged, frustrated, annoyed, lost in the dating process to happily married. And the way that we start is by making sure that we learn all of the tools, all the tricks of the trade, all of the strategy around dating, because we're not going to be walking down the aisle with a stranger. So we have to conquer the dating process first, which is why I host my Dating 101 masterclasses, with this one being February the 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern. So before you pull the trigger, before you join us, feel free to check out this sneak peek where I'm going to be teaching one of the many elements, one of the many tools that I will be sharing on the Dating 101 Masterclass. Again, Tuesday, February the 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to go ahead and drop the link in the comments. I don't know how you pin this thing. I know I'm new to this whole thing. Oh, here we go. No, that ain't it. That's going to work. So you could go ahead and you can join the masterclass by clicking that link. So again, this is a sneak peek to the Dating 101 masterclass, which will be hosted live virtually 7 p.m. Eastern on Tuesday, February the 13th. Earlier, I was speaking about some language, some lingo that is lost, I think, within the general masses. And that being, as a mental health professional myself, there's a lot of conversation around the work. You got to do the work. You got to show up. You got to become your best self. And I don't think there's enough articulation around what exactly that means. What is the work? How do I show up as my best self? And how does that directly impact my ability to get into the healthy, fulfilling marriage I desire, right? So earlier on Instagram, and I'll make sure that I upload this here as well, so part one and part two can be back and forth for you guys on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. But we're going to get into part two right now. So number one is getting clear on the work. So earlier today, I spoke about what the work is. The work is you, number one, being able to identify what is the behavior or trait that is holding you back from being in a healthy, happy marriage. Now, we can rewind that and say, in order to be in a healthy, happy marriage, you need to be in a healthy, happy, committed relationship. In order to be in a healthy, happy, committed relationship, you have to be able to conquer dating. So that's why we start with Dating 101. However, if we can't even get past Dating 101, we can't get to the commitment. If we can't get past the commitment, then we can't get to the healthy, happy marriage. So this is why I do the foundational work that I do. And these are the tools that you need in order to be successful in this arena. So number one is doing the work, meaning getting clear on what potential behavior or trait that you exhibit that makes being with you or makes the dating experience for you more difficult than what it should be. So what do I mean by that? If you are an argumentative person, like I tend to be, then dating you is going to be more difficult than what it needs to be, which means getting in a committed relationship is going to be more difficult. Why? Because no one wants to be with a person that they're going to be arguing with 24/7. You know how sometimes when you pull up in front of your house, you kind of just sit in the car and kind of scroll and decompress before you go in? Imagine that, but it's not I'm decompressing, it's I'm avoiding conflict with my wife. I'm avoiding conflict with my girlfriend. Nobody wants to be with the person that they always have to get ready to fight. It should be the two of us fighting against the world together, right? So that's a behavior or trait that I personally exhibited in my prior relationship, which caused it to fall apart, which I'm okay with because it all fell back together, which is because I began to do the work, and then I landed my husband, worked out in my favor. But if I did not, number one, be honest with myself about the behavior, argumentative, that's problematic, and then construct a plan and then execute said plan, then I would have been my same argumentative self, which means I would have been in the same cycle of failed relationships. I can escape the dating phase. I'm, smart enough, pretty enough, kind enough, whatever it is, to get into the commitment phase, so to speak. But then I'm not going to be able to get to that next level. And even if I did, it wouldn't be a healthy, fulfilling relationship for either one of us, or marriage, right? So again, we first need to identify what is the problematic behavior or trait that we exhibit that is our barrier, that is stopping us from showing up as our best self, which is the next piece of jargon that we're going to get into. So your best self means you presenting the most tuned up version of you. So I am Allison, right? And I am Allison with a little bit of makeup and some lip gloss. The best version of me would be my hair back, because I look better with my hair out off my face. The best version of me would be me with some perfume. The best version of me would be me with a little bit more makeup, maybe filling out my eyebrows a little bit more, having a little bit more mascara or lashes on, right? The best version of me is being smart and warm and kind and welcoming and not standoffish and not angry. So the best version of you are the best pieces of you showing itself. And the worst pieces of you, you are actively working on. So again, we're back to the jargon, the work. So the work all depends on what the problem is. So if the problem is something that is visible, you aren't feeling very confident because of your weight. You're not feeling very confident because of your teeth. You're not feeling very confident because of your skin. As a result, you don't go out, you don't socialize, you don't mix, you don't mingle. That's going to make your dating process so much more difficult because, again, if you're not putting yourself out there, then how could you be found by the partner that you deserve, right? That we're understanding the logic. So working on those external things will give you more confidence, which will push you out to network, will push you out to socialize, which will allow you to then start dating, relationship, marriage. We got it? If it's something that's internal that you don't have the skill set to fix, if it's something that's related to trauma, then it might be coaching, it might be therapy, it might be a counselor, it might be a spiritual advisor. That's the work. Identifying what's wrong, what is blocking you from being your best self, showing up as the best version of you, your qualities that you already have that are great and highlighting it, the qualities that aren't so great, and I don't even want to say suppressing it. I want to say destroying it. And if you have the capability to do it on your own or learn the skills, great. If you can YouTube it and journal it and affirmation it and podcast it, great. But how long are we going to do that before potentially we don't get the result or the result that we desire in the time that we want? And then that's when we need to kick it up a notch and then hire, invest, find a professional who's going to get us from point A to point B. So that's us showing up as our best self. If you are in the live, hello, hello, welcome. Again, my name is Alison, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to move them from frustrated, disillusioned, overwhelmed, every word that you can imagine when it comes to dating, to happily married. And it starts with Dating 101, which is the masterclass that I will be teaching on Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern. All you have to do is click the link. I already put it in the chat so that you can join us on Tuesday. It is $57. This is just a sneak peek of one of the many tools that I teach. And at the end of the masterclass, I allot an entire 30-minute slot so I can answer your specific questions on what kind of plan we can create in order to change your behavior that's holding you back from the life that you desire and require. Next up, I teach all about online and offline dating, which apps are the right ones for you, how to create a winning profile so that you can attract the right mates, but more importantly, you can repel the wrong ones. Because that's the annoyance and the frustration with online dating. It's all of these people that you would not normally give access to you, having this access to you via DM or instant message or whatever the hell the app might call it, right? And so how do we reduce that frustration? What photos do you choose? What bio do you write? I'm going to give you the formula for everything on your profile so you're attracting the right types of guys. In person, where should you go in your city? What do you wear? What do you say? How do you physically present yourself in these spaces? So again, you're attracting like-minded men who want the same things as you. All of that is going to be covered in the Dating 101 Masterclass. So make sure that you join us. All you have to do is click the link in the chat right now. If you're watching this after I've uploaded it and we're done with the live, it's going to be in the description. It's going to be in the caption. There is no reason why you cannot show up for yourself for this masterclass on Tuesday. And let me tell you something. I specifically chose Tuesday the 13th for you. I don't usually do classes on Tuesdays. I normally do it on Thursdays and Fridays. It's more convenient for me. But this class, this February class, I chose for the 13th. Why? Because it's the day before Valentine's Day. Why is that so important? Because I know many of you are going to be scrolling. You're going to be seeing engagements. You're going to be seeing all these couples and they're red and they're pink and they're black and they're white. You're going to be seeing all of these over the top, beautiful examples of love and affection and attention. And it's going to make you feel sad. It's going to make you feel left out. It's going to make you feel out of place, make you feel as though you're making big mistakes, that you're going to die alone. All of those things that we think about. We don't have the partnership. We don't have the companionship. We don't have the whatever it is that you desire. And it's a constant reminder, especially when you have the Valentine's Day, the New Year's Eve, the Christmas. I want you to go into February 14th saying, Alison gave me the tools. I know what I need to do. I can have that. I have the tools right here. I got my notebook. I took all of the notes. I asked all the questions. I am prepared to do this dating thing. So yes, I'm scrolling on the 14th, but I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not concerned because I have the blueprint in order to execute. Now you need to execute. Now you need to do the thing that's going to give you what you need to succeed, which means you're going to get into this Dating 101 Masterclass by clicking the link in the bio, in the description, in the caption, in the chat, writing Dating 101 wherever you need to, so that you can get the information that you need, because it is unreasonable for you to do the same thing and to get a different result. It is unreasonable for you to think that you're going to do the same thing and get a different result. You are not. Just like in anything else in life, right? If I'm trying to lose some pounds and I keep eating ice cream, cake, and cookies, and I don't run, I don't go to the gym, I don't train, how can I think I'm going to lose weight? That's for anything in life. You have to do something different to get a different result. And that's something different is going to be getting into the Dating 101 Masterclass, which is on Tuesday, February the 13th. So that you can be empowered, so that you can execute, so I can help you learn the strategies so you can navigate dating successfully to get into the healthy, happy marriage that you will be in if you follow the rules of engagement. Okay. So I hope to see you guys in the masterclass. Again, if you are watching this as a replay, I'll have the links everywhere. There are no excuses. Let's get into it. It's $57. And if you can't make it live, you're on the other side of the world, you're working, that is A-okay. You're going to get the recordings within 24 hours and you will still execute and you will still win. All right, beautiful people, I got to get out of here. Have some quality time to spend with my husband. So I will see you. What's today? Today is Wednesday. I will see you maybe tomorrow. Make sure, maybe if you're lucky, I'll give you another sneak peek, but go ahead and click the link and join us in the masterclass. All right.